Hi everyone! So this week's Sewing Bee debrief, as we mentioned last week, is going to be a little bit scattered. But you've got me from home and you've got Chloe from the office that you'll get to see in a little bit. And so here are my thoughts about 90s week on the Sewing Bee, which was a great episode. I put on my little choker to be within the theme. So I thought it was a really fun episode to watch, but I felt for the contestants because everything looked so difficult. The cargo pants, in theory, when they mentioned it, that was the pattern challenge, I thought, they're quite doable. No, they were hard. They were so hard. But they did really well. I liked the variety of fabrics that was chosen. And I thought they did very well considering the short amount of time. I like those pockets. I haven't never tried to sew a pocket like that, but I am intrigued, as always, with this show. Gets my brain going. The transformation challenge was possibly my favorite transformation challenge so far. I thought it was going to be all Spice Girls themed because 3 of them made Spice Girls ones. But I loved all the ideas in the room. They were so much fun. And my favorite was the one that won. So Lauren's Scary Spice outfit. I would wear that tomorrow. Just so you know, Lauren, send it over. Oh. My dog's barking, sorry. But yeah, lots of great ideas in the room. Really, really fun transformations. I think they're getting better at them. You can see that they get a plan in their heads really quickly, and it's amazing. I guess it's practice as well, isn't it? So they feel, I don't know, more adventurous with what they make, and like they can see a clear path because you have to make a decision so quickly. That's the thing about the transformation challenge. So I think they're getting very good at it, all of them. And then on the made to measure, there were so many beautiful things being made. I thought the inspiration, so supermodel dress, it was quite a good one because there were different directions to go into. And so what they make, everything looked quite different, but everything was under that umbrella theme, which I really liked. I actually loved the direction that Lizzie was going in with her Courtney Love dress. It's just a shame that time got the better of her. I'm really, really sad to see her go. I loved the velvet Versace-inspired dress that Mia made. And yes, it was a shame that she didn't get all the chains on, but as it was, I would wear it again. That's always my test, is like, would I wear that? Yeah, love it. But actually, one that I really, really loved was Tony's, which was, I think it was made in scuba, and it was like a bodycon dress, but long sleeved, turtleneck, with this dramatic line going down the front, 2 different colours. And I thought it made me think that actually our Estelle dress pattern fits right in with that style of dress. And I thought an Estelle turtleneck hack might be in the future for me. And maybe you could do, because Estelle has like the bodice and the skirt pieces are separate and you get the tie on the side. Maybe you could do the top in one colour, the bottom in a different colour, and the tie gets mixed up. Something in there again. A little seed has been planted in my brain. And I also thought, in terms of patterns, I thought you could hack the Giselle dress into something similar to the velvet dress. So you could put a different bodice on the Giselle, because Giselle has a panelled skirt, quite nicely fitted with a split. So you could put maybe our new Sophia dress bodice on top, something strappy and pretty on top with the Giselle dress skirt. I think there's something there that's quite 90s supermodel inspired that could happen. But yeah, I obviously thought that Asma's dress that won Garment of the Week was out of this world. She's incredible. She's an incredible sewist. The fit on that dress, and it just looked designery. I was so impressed. I was amazed that she could sew leather, like the leather straps that went on the back. She was sewing them on a normal sewing machine, and I thought mine would have given up by now. She stuck with it and did an amazing job. The fitting around the bust was just chef's kiss. I just think she's incredible, and I have a feeling she'll definitely be in the final and possibly win. I think she's really, really good. But everyone in the room at this point is so good, so talented, and you never know which way it's gonna go. But I think they're taking each challenge and attacking it head on. I don't know, they all seem more fearless. They're brilliant. Oh, and yeah, Vicky's dress as well, the fit. With that sort of bustier with the boning on the outside. So cool. They're getting really fearless and just amazingly skilled. I'm very impressed every week. Next week, the theme is something like fashion icon. I don't know if they mean that there's like a specific designer or someone specific who inspired fashion, Bowie or Grace Jones, something like that, like a pop icon that inspired fashion. Or do they mean a designer specifically? I don't know. It's wide open. I have no idea, but I look forward to seeing it. I'm going to send you over to Chloe now, and we'll see you next week, hopefully, with a fuller team.
Hello! I just wanted to give my my portion of the debrief for Sewing Bee, and it was 90s week, and oh my goodness, it was what a roller coaster. So I can't even remember who my favourite. I think my favourite last week was Lizzie, because she did such amazing, beautiful colours, and I did not see that coming. Anyway, let's start at the beginning. So this week was 90s week, and the first pattern challenge was cargo pants or cargo trousers. Can't remember what they called them, but interestingly, I remember that there was cargo trousers and there was also parachute trousers, you know, the ones that were more All Saints with all like the ribbons, but maybe that's more noughties. But yeah, I definitely remember I worked at Warehouse, the clothing shop, when I was 16, and yeah, cargo trousers were really in, and I remember like it was always trying to like make them a bit more fashion, a bit more high end, so it was all about the different fabrics. And now I didn't know what the fabrics were called at this time, but definitely that sort of tensily like floatier fabric was in at the time. And yeah, I can't they used to be really low slung with like really tight tops. That was a look. So yeah, I knew this episode was going to be a lot of nostalgia from the 90s, and yeah, it didn't disappoint. I really liked the different colour palettes that everyone chose, and there was a lot of sort of like the swishier fabrics, but my goodness, doing a zip fly with the pocket detail as well as the elasticated waistband in some of those fabrics in, was it 4 hours, I think? Oh, I definitely wouldn't have finished. And yeah, it totally, when there's less people on the Sewing Bee, you realise like how close it is, because suddenly like people that were at the top before were suddenly right at the bottom. And then so like the contestant like Vicky, she's always been really solid and I've always really liked her makes, but she did so well. Yeah, to get that level of like sewing and to execute it as she did, that was really impressive. And yeah, it's just a shame for Mia, her one, they were really critical though, didn't you think? Like they were really going into like all of the finer points, and it seemed very, very critical this week. And yeah, Mia, who's been pretty strong, she struggled with that one as well. And even Asma, who's pretty amazing with loads of different fabrics, they said that she had was it a bouncy hem? I'm not sure. Would that maybe be fixed with a bit of pressing possibly? I'm not sure. Maybe that's just what happens with some of the fabrics. You don't get the structure. But yeah, Asma had an amazing week this week, didn't she? She was really, really good. So then the alteration challenge, the icons. Yeah, you could really see how I think the people that did the best in that had a really clear sort of caricature fancy dress of the icon, and I think obviously that's what they were really looking for, like because I thought Lizzie's actual transformation, what she'd made, was really good, and all the different things that she'd done and the colours and stuff, but because they didn't get the reference, that's why she didn't do as well, which was such a shame, wasn't it? Because she's so strong, and so then obviously that led her having to claw a lot back in the final challenge. You need to really do so well, whereas like Lauren, like her what was it, her scary, like that outfit was really good. I mean, just totally wearable, like you could imagine someone actually wearing that now, and it was really obviously Scary Spice straight away. So yeah, that was really good. But then you felt for Lizzie, knowing that she's gonna have to really pull it out the bag for the final challenge, which is always the hardest. And yeah, and some amazing things they made. Asma's was, I mean, we've had, because Fauve did a bit of the pleather sort of ruching, which I'm not a real fan of, like the mixing of the pleather in that way, but that dress was insane. Like the bodice, the fit of it, all those little straps she'd made. And to be fair, I did actually like the pleather at the bottom at the end, and I quite liked that it was long. To me, that made it more like drama and more like supermodel, because that's the only thing they could say negative about it. But yeah, it was amazing. It has made me feel like, oh, do I want to try bra sewing? But it did look very intricate, didn't it? And then also Vicky's, the bodice, the fit on that bodice on her model was amazing, and that's so hard to get. And you could tell from the videos, like, 'cause she was constantly checking the fit and making sure a model was comfortable. And she's someone that's obviously just, yeah, is like practiced a lot and does really knows how to fit things. And that was really, really good. And then who else? What was them other ones? Oh, do you know what, Tony's, there's the vertical stripe dress. I really liked that. Really, really good. I mean, they say it a lot, but it had impact. But yeah, I just, as his model was walking down, I was like, yeah, I really want that. And it reminded me of, I think I can't remember what fashion brand it was this last autumn, but there was sort of, it was like it's like a stretch fabric, and it had like a buttoned up down the centre, but it was in two different like pieces, and I was like, oh, I've always wanted to sort of try and do that. And I think, and it's not in stretch fabric, but as we do a lot of our prints, like the Esmeralda I'm wearing today, we do it in the different colours, and I've always wanted to make, when we get the green back in, I want to do the green with this one, so do a half and half. Yeah, I'm thinking of a Giselle dress for that. Yeah, I really like that, the two different colours, the contrasting. But yeah, as they said, you have to get your seams really really good on that, because it shows up everything, doesn't it? But yeah, that's sort of what's making me getting me inspired, doing the two different colourways. But yeah, it was really sad that Lizzie left this week, but I do understand why, and it just shows like sometimes you just doesn't come together as you hoped, and then other people just really did that bit better, but they're all so amazing that it could be anyone's really. So now, yeah, Lizzie was my favourite, but yeah, it's still Asma's definitely going to be in the final. Yeah. I don't know, I think I'm going to say Vicky, because she's done so well, and Lauren. Is there 3 in the final? I don't know. I hope there's 3. Those are the 3 that I'd like anyway. But yeah, and I saw the hint for next week, but I didn't pick up what the theme was, but maybe I just wasn't listening properly. And I think because I was just so excited about Kids Week and 90s Week, I just, yeah, I mean, what else is there to do? So yeah, that's my roundup. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, speak to you soon. Bye.